Okay, first of all, let me just address the fact that I'm wearing an England top. This is not in like a EDL way. It's the England match in about 15 minutes, so I need to wrap this up. So it's going to be a quick episode. Hi guys, welcome back to Spotlight. It's been a while. It's been like 5 months maybe since I put out. Since I recorded my own type of episode, it's been like 5 months. What have I been up to? A lot. Obviously, you can tell I'm at home, finished uni first year. I finished in April. So when did I last put an episode out? Like March, I think. And between then, I had like loads of assignments to submit and stuff like that. Ended up like wrapping up first year basically. I ended up doing the Audio Academy podcast, which was super cool. Which I'll talk about in a sec. But I did that in, I think, the end of April or like the first week of May. So I spent like a couple weeks in May editing that, put that out last month, and then moved out all my stuff from my uni and all of that. Moved obviously a lot of my stuff back to London. Been in London, settling in, doing different things, which I'm obviously going to talk about. So guys, it's been a while, but I'm hoping to get back into it. I've obviously done my little setup at home. I had all this stuff already because I've always been into music, so I have like microphones and stuff at my house. So that was like lucky that I didn't have to buy anything to keep this going. But I can't do guests, which is another thing that I will get into because it's very frustrating. But I'll talk about Foot in the Door first. I think I've spoke about it before. I'm part of the radio at my uni, and we hosted a Foot in the Door with like guests from radio and podcasting. And so it was super cool. And they asked me to basically host a podcast and interview the guest speakers. It was my first interview ever. I've never done an interview before, like not even for anything. So obviously I do film, like I don't do journalism. So like, never done an interview. So it's very intimidating. But I think on the day, a lot happened on the day. So I was very like full of adrenaline. Like I don't really remember a lot of the day. Not in a crazy way, but just like, I don't know. And so, it was a crazy day. There was like a fiasco with the rooms at uni. There's like 4 or 5 podcasts that have like suites that have 2 microphones, but they're like a wall and 2 microphones. Like it's not really made for filming, and obviously I like to film them. I wanted to use proper cameras instead of my phone. Obviously, imagine I use my phone when I'm interviewing people, like that's so embarrassing. So I wanted to use like proper cameras. The cameras in one of the studios that had 4 mics wasn't working. It was a whole thing. So I had to move like 4 times, set up cameras. It was a faff. So I was like very stressed. And then the first person I interviewed was Leanne Campbell, which was a crazy first interview. I did my research, searched up all my interviewees, my guests. And I was like kind of intimidated. Obviously these are professionals, do you know what I mean? So it was very intimidating. So she was my first interview. She was so nice. She was actually really funny as well, which like made me less stressed and like I hope it came across like it wasn't like my first awkward interview. Do you know what I mean? So there was that. And then I had loads of industry guests. I had like 12, I think. I basically was just going back and forth throughout the day. I did like 5 questions with them or something, went back to wherever they were, grabbed them. Do you know what I mean? I was going back and forth. So it was a very stressful day. But it turned out pretty good. I really am happy with the result of it. Go and watch it, please. Or listen to it. The only thing that I realised as I rewatched it, because I watched it with my mum, was that I say like every 2 seconds. It was so annoying. Like obviously I'm having a conversation with these people, and obviously, as I've said, I've not interviewed before. And so I'm trying to engage with them. And like I am engaged with them. Like I'm listening to what they're saying. I'm going, yeah. But it's so irritating watching it back. So you learn every day. Do you know what I mean? So that was Foot in the Door. It was super cool. And then obviously I edited it for ages. And I'm really happy how it turned out. So from Foot in the Door, I met Helen Brantford Wakefield and Paul Beasley, 2 BBC Merseyside presenters. And Paul basically put me in touch with his friend who does theatre PR in Liverpool, which was super like lovely of him. They were basically asking like what I do, and I was like, oh, I do this podcast that's on theatre, film and music. And they were like, oh my god, like send me your email, I'll put you in touch with this guy. I was like, thanks so much. So super grateful to them, shout out. So now I'm on Bill Elm's PR distribution list. So he just sends me emails and I basically do a post on it and then get to go to free shows really. So it's super cool. I'm really enjoying it. And so through that I went to this show. Such a cool experience. So that was my first press night, but I'll talk more about that. The only issue is, so it's very frustrating because obviously, as I said, Bill Elms works with Liverpool theatre companies. Obviously, I go to uni in Liverpool, so they put me in touch with a guy in Liverpool, but obviously I'm home for the summer now. So it's very frustrating because a lot of the events are in Liverpool, like the press nights, and they're all like, oh, like, we'd love to do an interview. The studio's shut for the summer at uni, and obviously I can't really, well, they're in Liverpool, but if they're in London, I can't really have people in my bedroom. Do you know what I mean? It's not very professional, and I don't have the funds to pay for a podcast studio, really. So it's a bit difficult at the moment because I can't really conduct interviews. I've offered some Zooms, which I don't actually know how it works, but I'll figure it out. So we'll see if that happens. But yeah, I think for now I just want to kind of build my own personal, not brand, but like, you know, just keep posting solo pods and my experiences and stuff like that. And then I'll do more interviews in September when I have the proper studio back. But I've also now started doing PR. So I'm on the PR list. I don't really know what you say. For the BFI, so I'll get some film ones. So I'm going to a film screening this month, I think in like 2 weeks with my mum, so that'll be super cool. Who else am I doing it for? Bread and Butter PR, the Royal Shakespeare Company, A&R PR, and Raw PR. I think there could even be a few more. I basically reached out to loads of random PR people and were like, hey, this is what I do, can I get on your PR list? And so yeah, so I'll quickly talk about, so yeah, as I said before, I went to my first press night. It was Wilton's Music Hall, and it was like a one-woman play, and yeah, I just didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to wear. I wore like kitten heels, trousers, and like a white top, but I was quite overdressed. I was obviously also the youngest there, which is like, I don't know if that's bad or good. Like, it's kind of, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's just a bit weird because then obviously I don't end up like chatting to people and networking and stuff. Or I don't know, it wasn't even a networking thing really. People were just kind of with their friends. It was kind of like an after work. There was a lot of like jeans and a button shirt type of thing and like a blouse. Like, it was a lot of like, you know, 50+ year olds. So I don't know, it was kind of weird. But I now know not to wear heels because I fucked my feet up so badly. And not to, yeah, like dress slightly more casually, especially if it's like not on the West End. I think the next one I'm going to, I actually don't know if that's West End, but there's a few coming up that I think are West End, so I need to maybe dress more formally for those. But yeah, we shall see. I also made my website. I've made myself a website, which took me a good few weeks this summer, so that's basically what I've been doing. And yeah, I'm really proud of it, so I'm going to try and keep on top of it, update it. I've got a review section for when I go to like press nights. You can listen to the episodes on the website, which is super cool. Contact page, you can email me with queries or, I don't know, guests or whatever about me, about the podcast, about what I do. So yeah, I'm really proud of it, and it took me a while to do that. But I'm really proud that I did it, and yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So yeah, that's kind of the update. There's like 5 minutes till the game starts to keep it real. But yeah, I think that's kind of it for now. And I'm gonna do a normal episode. Well, it won't get put out, but I will film a normal episode tomorrow of the shows I've seen, because I've seen quite a few shows. I've seen like 5 shows since I've been back, which is crazy. Yeah, watched a couple of good films, etc. So yeah, I'm gonna do a normal episode tomorrow. Thank you for listening or watching. If you've been listening, follow and give me a 5-star review, please. And if you've been watching, like and subscribe and comment.